Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of Manga Hell, and today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of Four Nights of the Apocalypse, Chapter 50, Bewilderment. I guess this is gonna be a lot of chapters reacting type of chapter, considering it's called Bewilderment. But yeah. So anyways, let's get into this chapter because I feel like I'm gonna be talking a lot. So the first page is actually the main cast seeing is Lancelot in his how he actually looks like in their chibi forms, and I'm going to assume that if Four Nights of the Apocalypse gets a anime, hopefully with good animation, I'm guessing this is gonna be like one of those sequences they had in there where they have like actors in chibi forms and do stuff. So I could see something like that happening here. But yeah. So we first see the first panel we have a weird kind of round shaped talisman destroying as we see someone in it being in someone's hand as it's revealed that his offer as like the talisman shattered as then we see Arthur in some weird ledge with Merlin behind him as we have a castle, a weird castle upside down in it. Well, I can't tell if this is an alternate world or just Camelot right now, because I could see it being both ways. And plus, I'm pretty sure that castle was in some kind of weird dark area, not light, which is something this is. Which also seems to be some kind of weird dragon. Arthur's creation or an actual dragon, I don't know. So yeah, then we have Merlin being, or I'm guessing this is actually Arthur. Be like, boy, that was fast. The Four Knights of the Apocalypse, eh? They truly are too dangerous to let go unchallenged. So yeah, I'm guessing this might be related to the Dark Talismans being defeated. Because this talisman looks dark, they are named literally that. And how else would, and it seems like he knew about the defeat after this was destroyed, so maybe that's what this is related to, or at least he knows they're dead or something. I don't really know. That's probably where this is going. Although I'm kind of curious why Dark Talismans were their own group, because alright, jokes aside, the Dark Talismans didn't really have anything particular that made them like stand out from the rest of the knights. Like, I mean, they may not be having the absolute weakest when it came to it, but there was nothing about them that was all that too difficult to handle. Like, I mean, granted, I would say that some of them had like a bad rap when it came to like comparatively, but most of them I would say are stronger in art. All of them I would say are stronger in art back. So I'm a bit weird how why they were like a group. Like, why would you have characters who are somewhere in between Artback and Talisker? Maybe Fiddick was stronger than Talisker, whatever. But why would you have characters that were around there be like a group of themselves? Or why would you need to know it with what that is? I don't know. Like, even though they're assassins, I don't get why. Which is kind of funny to have a group of assassins and one of your members with Holy Knights actually has the alias Assassin. Ironside the Assassin. But yeah, it's kind of weird, but still. So yeah, anyways, then we have Arthur turn around to face Merlin and he's like, no, I'm not sure whether to purchase this or my search for a bride. What do you think, Merlin? As Merlin is like in her new design, which is basically like a weird one piece, which is kind of like a one piece swimsuit, where she has that cloak that's covering her. We already saw Merlin, but it's like a better view of her. And she responds with, my lord, you must follow your own wishes. So yeah, enough, and that's pretty much it. And we cut back to the Percival and his main group. So yeah, then we get to this like weird tangled forest as we see just how much destruction Lancelot did with this attack. Where we see like a bunch of it, like everything around, like from that attack went up to destroy Fiddick and the steed. All that went up and completely blasted through everything. Like you just see, I would say a mountain of these vines be destroyed or so. So yeah. Anyways, then we get a panel where Donnie and that horse they have are in shock as Nas is like that move. There's no mistaking it. It's the same one that fell felt all those monsters in Sestania. So yeah. Now I also went back quickly and checked, and for my knowledge, if I remember it correctly, or maybe I should have checked even more or read fully, not just the spot where they stay at, the description of that light was, I believe, just holy light. So I'm not like, so again, it's not clarified if it's gold or ship thing. In fact, later in the chapter, it's actually mentioned the changing formats again. So yeah, anyways, they went and be like, I can't believe it. He killed them all without battling an eye. So yeah, then we get some. I want this is like her watching at Lancelot where some of his lights have kind of disappeared or something. I don't know. Maybe this is Lancelot just reading our minds, honestly. So yeah, I guess I ends up in shock to see how bloodthirsty, how merciless he was. So anyways, they have Lancelot be like, yep, that's what happens. And then we have reading, I'm so glad as Lancelot turns around, huh? As he has Percy as first of all comes to him and hugs him. As Percy like, I'm so glad you're safe, Sin. As Lancelot reads his mind, like, it's just like with Grandpa. I couldn't do a thing. I was scared. If Sin died on me, is there we have Lancelot patting Percy on the helmet like Percy. I'm not Sin. I'm Lancelot. Which I guess Lancelot's gotta be kind of like the cool older brother to Percival or something like that. I'm getting this kind of vibe for their relationship right now. Anyways, then we have Lancelot throwing Donnie his dagger back, like, here you go, Donnie. I'll repay you. I'll repay you for it over in Lyoness. As Lonnie grabs the knife, it's like, as we see the knife immediately shatter and crumbles. Donnie's like, hey, my knife shattered. As we have Lancelot must have taken a lot of wear against Doronach. Which may be the case, but I feel like most people are probably just gonna say that's just how powerful Lancelot is, that his magic is so great that it can actually destroy a weak blade or something that's not really capable. If that's probably why he's looking, that's probably why he's looking for that giant. So, anyways, they have Anne approaching Lancelot. He's like, so you Lancelot, huh? Who are you? What do you want? And why were you going around as a fox? And he wants to be all sassy. I feel like some of these characters should be like, bitch, shut up! You are in danger! Do not beat us at time. He can beat the shit out of us 8 times before 100 fights. Also, I actually went back and you can actually tell how different Anne is from her original opening. Like, my god, like, I wasn't, like, she is literally a grown woman here, while here she's like, more of like, honestly, more like Percival, but still kind of surprising. So I was there and be like, you better have a good explanation, otherwise forget about us putting any trust in you. Not sure if this is a trust breaker, but maybe it's the murders. Because pretty much Anne is like the only one of this group that's actually like questioning it. Donnie's just like kind of looking at Nazi as well as Donnie looking at Donnie. Is they're like, is she for real? And this person was like, I trust him. As like, keep quiet 1 second, Percival. So yeah, and then we have not like taking some of his arrows from his wristband, whatever he has, as he imbues them with magic. As then we have the first Lancelot taking his bow, like, I'm a servant of King of the Liones. And then I'm like, whoa, what are you doing? And then we have, as like, you're gonna do us in next? I guess she expected him to kill him something. I don't know. And now then Lancelot's like, I have two objections. As he points his arrows, and then with their touch sparkle sends them as he into the ground. As he makes three giant holes, as they're all shocked in the power display. Uh, Again, for some reason, I mean that's pretty low key compared to what he did before against Findic. As they have Lancelot saying, one is to track down a potential member of the Four Knights of the Apocalypse and take him and his companions to our kingdom. I'm guessing the whole companion thing is assuming the knight has companions. I guess they all thought they were gonna be one of those cosmetics people who just get people to follow them automatically. Like, I'm assuming this wasn't like specifically said. Like, maybe just some assumption. Like, you, Lancelot, you and Tristan could probably get a bunch of people to follow you automatically. So, in case if that person gets like a following, take them with us. The group with them. Most fires are always good. So anyway, then that's just like once I found you, my job was to guide the way and defend you while interfering as little as possible. I guess for training and to keep it under wraps, the fact that two knights are already together or something. And then I've personally a bit surprised as we see Elgin's dead body as well as Be- Benric's that Bedecha, whatever her name was, that body as he slaps him on his shoulders. Well, the Benjamin has on his shoulders, and again, he's carrying like a back or something. Which, my God, that woman's spine must be broken. It's like, as the Knight of Prophecy and his companions, we needed to see if you had the will to drive to overcome the obstacles in your way. So I guess that was more like testing and stuff. Which I wonder if Thank. I wonder if they're gonna have fan service and they're gonna have body when this if this is gonna get animated because my guys is weird looking. I mean, as long as they have him putting their corpses in the ground, as they're kind of surprised that he's doing it. Like I guess they're surprised that he's giving them like a burial, and then we see him grabbing Dormancha's like the cut in half her limb body as he's like dragging that as well into the hole as they will see him put, as they have also him putting, not much of him put in the grave. As then we have Lancelot starting to put some dirt in it as he starts to cover Dorma, the female assassin's body. I say, seriously, I'm kind of surprised how this whole her dying thing didn't come into play during this whole conflict at all. Like, I mean, I'm only mentioning it because our first introduction to Dallas Mets was her being killed and being normal the next second. And then later, when they were about splitting up to go hunt for them, she seemingly has snapped her neck when they were looking around. And neither of those cases really called for her to have it activated. And later in the actual battles, she doesn't have it used at all. So that's the only reason why I'm kind of taking a notice of it. So yes, anyways, there we have Lancelot kind of, I mean, it's kind of like a sad, kind of like, I have to do it again face. And she's like, I disguise myself as a fox because I don't want them to discovering me. I'm gonna say that's the whole full Knights of the Apocalypse thing because, although I'm pretty sure Shapeshifter would probably be one of those kind of things they'll be looking for. So anyways, there, first of all, Ryan to one side, he's like, let me help you. As there we have, and putting the dirt in is like, the guy with the star visor and the giant craftsman dude, what do they have to do with that? As there lots of be like, that's my personal business, nothing you need to be concerned about. Oh, like we all thought, personal business with the craftsman. As for the giant, I'm kind of surprised. Well, the personal business with a knight with star visor and craftsman giant. Not sure if that's actually not sure what he has a personal like. I guess that I guess the giant may have something else to do with this, not instead of working for Leonis. But still, I feel like the giant would probably be something that would benefit the kingdom. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be explained soon enough. So yeah. Anyways, after they're all of the Dark Tasmans, well, the three remaining Dark Tasmans whose bodies are intact, are buried. Lancelot puts their weapons in there. Surprisingly, that's such a powerful weapon as that chaos staff to be just be left there. I mean, the other two weapons just seem to be regular axe and not knife, one of them which is broken, but the staff I would question. So, anyways, then Lancelot goes into his pocket and he drops a seed. As the person like, what you drop? And that's like just a plant seed. They might be dead, but they can continue to exist as life in the forest. Not sure if they would want to live as branches in this giant forest. Like it's kind of a weird thing, honestly. But I guess that's how they're gonna be living from now on, or how they're gonna spend their afterlife. I don't know. Their souls are here, so it doesn't really matter, dude. I mean, they gotta live here. Or in case you're wondering what they're doing right now, the female one is currently being taught how to be a good mate in my castle, while the other two are currently in the gladiatory arena. Fixing the gladiatory arena because of Fire Force, but yeah, that's besides the point. So as they have not be like, still, you can both transform your shape and read people's minds. Are you from the fairy clan, perhaps? As Lancelot like, good question. Which is weird. Okay, Lancelot is a half human, half fairy. So that's what he. So I don't see why he's like a good question. Maybe he got like some kind of a personal struggle with it, with the whole hybrid thing. I don't really know. No, because this is supposed to be that was like supposed to be the first kind of thing, and I really don't get the why he would have a problem with it. Like the fairies aren't really the type of race that we've seen that would really have that much of a problem. At least now, I think there's like a few exceptions, but for now it doesn't really seem to be any problem. And he went away with Jericho somewhere I don't really know. So I'm a bit confused on why he would have like this kind of response to the question. So, anyways, then we have Pacific. Whoa! So it's true you can read our minds? Okay, let me try this really quick. And I'm just like, huh? As he sees Percival making to himself poop, 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 poop. As his chibi face. And then we have that's like grabbing by her face as Percival like, okay, so as that's like, I am not saying it. As there a person like, no, no, I wanted you to guess how many times I thought poop in my mind. Which, alright, let's see this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, to not in 10. Wait, let's count. 10, 5, 10, 11, then 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But from this panel, it seems like Percival thought 16 times of how many times he said poop. Not sure that's the smartest thing to waste time on, but why not? So, anyways, then we have that sort of thing, noticing something. As we see, like this, that super close-up shot of something, as then we see them going. As we see Pelgard flying by, as we all thought he was gonna be, since he said that in the beginning of this kind of Dark Talisman arc or whatever it's called. As then we have Pelgard be like, now that's strange. The Dark Talisman's magic force has all disappeared. What's that about? Don't tell me Percival did it. There's no way he could have that much power yet. So I guess Pelgard was expecting him to be able to wipe the floor with the Dark Talismans, but not so quickly. So yeah. Now since Pelgard seems to be like a very a very high level combatant, I expect them to like be able to like guess these types of things very well. So I guess the Talismans versus Percival would definitely have ended with Percival losing. So anyways, then we have Pelgard screaming, "Found you!" As Dar's like, "It's him!" As then we have Pelgard jumping from his disc as he's like, "Hello! I've come by to hang out, Percival!" As he crashes down, as Percival's like, "Belgard!" Which I can't tell if he's excited, happy, or what. I guess he might be happy, but I don't really know why. I mean, their relation. I mean, granted, Belgard's a very friendly guy, and I could easily see him and Percival get along. But I don't actually see what about their first encounter would really make Percival all that happy. Although maybe it's like a funny, angry face. Those angry faces where the person's supposed to be angry, but it becomes more cute and comedic. So yes, anyways, while he's hiding behind him, as like, who's that? Which is true. Like, in audience, and I have no idea who Belgard is. So anyways, they have Lance be like, so we don't have time to play with you, as he looks for something in his pocket. As Belgard's like, and you are? As Lance pulls up an orb, he's like, we are heading out. As Belgard's like, huh? Heading where? As then Lancelot breaks the orb as Pelga's like, quick, no wait, I came all this way for you! As they vanish. As he tries, as has his hand, and they are gone, and they teleport away. As they always have Percival, huh? Closing his eyes, and he opens them, and he sees a bunch of people walking by, as they have Lancelot being like, we are here, the kingdom of Lyoness. And we get a pretty boring shot, in all honesty, with seeing a bit of the kingdom. Nothing really special, so honestly. I mean, the only thing we have really, like, this is probably because we've seen Leona, so it's nothing special to us. But to the main cast, to the Percival, Nazians, and Donnie, it's pretty exciting. Except for Donnie, who's just being. No, I'm not sure if that's his reaction to the reputation or being back in Lyones, because he very likely was in Lyones, so he probably also has a few people who may want something. Like, I think Donnie has been described a few times as a delinquent, so I could totally see some people wanting some payback or something, or he has to pay some debts or something. I don't really know. So, anyways, after that, then we have Lancelot putting his hands in his pockets, like, we all quit. You quit, God King. The king's waiting for you. So I guess which is Melios, of course. So yeah, we unfortunately don't get into battle with Palgod. Blue Ball, basically. But yeah. So now in the now we are promised Meliodas to see Meliodas next chapter. Ooh, how interesting. So yeah, that's the end of the chapter. Kind of disappointed that we didn't get Palgod versus Lancelot fight, but I feel like there are two reasons why we didn't actually get it. One reason is the one that's probably gonna be the explanation later, and that is gonna be I can see this being in a volume or something like that. The reason why I gave Lancelot this orb to teleport immediately to Leones is because the editors really wanted us to get to Meliodas already, so I just had to give him this orb. Like, I didn't want it, but I had to give it. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna say that's the reason why. But my personal reason is the couple didn't wanna reveal, didn't wanna have like a serious death match between a full knight and a one of whatever the uh Arthur's main top elite knights are gonna be called, which is I'm assuming what Pelgot is, because we don't really because we can't make more sense in having like a possible finishing final battle, or at least a battle where one of them switches sides or whatever plans the couple has for Pelgot to be before we even find out the name of the group. I mean, we had the skirmishes between them. Like, I would say Ironside and Pelgot are both on in that group, but neither of them have really like been battles where it's like gonna be over. Like, Ironside was like way too early to of a fight to finish, and Pelgot's wasn't even all that serious. But yeah, so that's why I'm guessing why we didn't see Pelgot fight. And yeah, as for what Arthur meant when he was talking about choosing between purchasing the four knights or his bride, I could see the bride still be more of a focus, but I could see him also like decide to, alright, time to do stuff quicker. Now, as I probably imagine, there are actually some people questioning if there's making jokes about just saying Lancelot wanted to run away from Palgal twice, and so and considering how Lancelot takes his reputation and all that, which is just a joke. It's just something on Reddit, but I don't think it says anything about power scaling wise. And also, I feel like he probably thought, "Oh, I'm just a random guy. There's no way he could think of this." Like, let's be real here. Lancelot probably does allow people to see him, but he does, and there are people who know him, like how he literally said he's a servant of the king. But he doesn't like want people to actually see him in an action or in a battle sense, or to report out. That's what he actually meant. For Falcon to just see him, he was probably just gonna be like, "Oh my God, who was that kid?" I mean, to be fair, I didn't know the girl and the other head guy, so I guess Percival got some new companions. Wonder where that Capella got his orb though. Probably one of the followers of the king or something. Like, it's too vague for Pelagard to know anything, essentially. But yeah. So that's the end of the chapter, and that's pretty much all my thoughts on the chapter. Anyways, tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this chapter? Did you like it? Do you find the whole orb that get them immediately to be bullshit? Do you hate it? But yeah. Anyways, tell me in the comments below. And with that said, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to this channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.